like we're always fighting and arguing over this guy being an all-star. But he should be a starter this year. When you look at his body of work, let's first start that he's played 14, 15 games without C.J. McCullough, who's having an all-star year himself. And he's got his team 8 games over 500. We used to Portland struggling in the beginning of the season and having to come on late. And this is the guy you got to give his flowers to, averaging 30 points a game, shooting 45%, shooting 94 out from the free throw line. But also, he's in a stretch right now where the team's on a 6-game winning streak, and he's playing unbelievable basketball. Don't get me wrong, I'm not taking anything away from Steph, and Steph deserves to be an all-star. But this is expected, what Steph Curry's doing. It's no Klay Thompson. Draymond Green is not the same scorer that he was early in his career. He barely could put the ball in the basket. Kelly Oubre is not having a great season offensively. So this is expected for Steph. We knew Steph was going to have a big year. We knew he was going to average 30 points. So it's nothing new that Steph is doing. It is impressive that they're 3 games over 500 and they're like in the 7th spot. But besides that, individual play, Steph is doing what we thought he'd do. Dame Dollar should not have been a snub. He should have been a starter. We got to start giving him his flowers for the work he's doing right now.
I'm with you, Twine, but I don't think Steph is the guy that shouldn't have been on the starting team. It should be Luka. And I'm going to apologize right here to Dame Dollar. I'm one of the official media voters, and I voted as the West starters win. So I had Steph, Luka, and then the front line. I should have had Dame on there instead of Luka. It's close. It's no embarrassment in Luka being a starter, but I should have went with Dame. It wouldn't have affected the voting. He still wouldn't have started. But I'm going to say that to him personally. I should have had him on the starting lineup. But I'm going to talk about another snub, and that's James Harden. James Harden is the best dual threat point guard in the NBA. Dual threat meaning scoring and passing. James Harden is awesome, and I know he's only played 17 games in the East. I don't care. He is an all-time great. He's showing it right now, and he has gotten to the level where, barring injury, he's an automatic starter, period. I mean, and look, Kyrie is playing great. I don't have any problem with him starting. I had him as a starter on my ballot, but I had him next to James Harden. So I had Brooklyn with 3 starters. If I had to pick one of those 2, I'm starting Harden over Kyrie. So at the very least, it could have been Harden and Beal. But let me get to Beal. Look, I like Bradley Beal. God bless him. He's having a great season. But they've won 9 games. If we're just going to go by stats, I could put Zach LaVine on there instead of Beal. In Chicago, Chicago's won more games. They're the 9th seed. And Beal overall has better numbers than Beal. He's averaging 4 fewer points, but still 28. But higher field goal percentage, higher three-point percentage, more assists, more rebounds a game than Beal. So I want to reward to some degree the guys that are helping their team win. And so Harden, come on, man. Harden is awesome. Awesome. He must be a starter in the All-Star game.
Chris, I agree. I disagree with everything you just said. We don't have enough time to get into all of it. So I'll start with Dame. So you're responsible for this, Chris. You have the power.
Right, it wouldn't have mattered. It wouldn't have mattered. He won the media vote. It still didn't matter.
Then Luka has played without Porzingis. Okay, that's fair. But the Blazers are the 4th in the West. Dame should obviously be a starter. We know that. Harden, come on. We can't disregard what happened at the beginning of the season, all the mess and the drama that went on. You have to count that. You have to consider that in the All-Star. It's not that he's not an All-Star, but he shouldn't be a starter. And Bradley Beal should obviously be a starter. We're talking about Dame deserves his flowers. Bradley Beal deserves his flowers. He should be there. He should be a starter. I actually, other than Dame, I'm okay with these lineups. But Chris, we might have to do a whole other segment on all that.
Joy, let's do it. Come on.
Yeah, I'm with you. Joy, I'm with you, man. If I could be physically in front of Chris, I might put hands on him. As a player, don't apologize to me for something you was completely in control of. Man, you're a part of the media. Make the right decision. Don't apologize afterwards. But for Dame, it is about Dame Dollar.
I thought I was being a big
Twan,
man.
you mentioned about giving him his flowers right now, and the players recognize that. He finished 2nd in players voting, and then in the media they cover Dame Dollar, so they know what he's all about. He finished second there. The issue is with the fans. They don't get to see Damian Lillard play night in, night out. And then he doesn't have the international impact like Luka Doncic. So he's not going to get the fan voting there. He finished third. And so when I look at Dame Dollar, you're absolutely right, Twan. You got to get a man his flowers right now, because what he's done over the past 4 years, or even longer, he's a special elite talent. Night in and night out, he's going to be out there for his team.
Lakers coach Frank Vogel revealed Anthony Davis will miss 4 weeks. AD was reevaluated last night by team doctors, and they confirmed his calf strain. So, Antoine, should the Lakers be worried about the regular season at all, or just focus on getting AD healthy for the playoffs?
They got to worry about the whole situation, Joy. This is not just about 4 weeks. Obviously this injury is much more serious than the Lakers are letting on. When you talk about missing 4 weeks, it could be 4 to 6 weeks. You don't know how many games that's going to be. The NBA has yet to make the second half of the season. So obviously, and then AD's injury prone throughout his career. So you want to make sure, one, he comes back 100% healthy, and then he has to get into some basketball shape to even be able to be competitive. So the Lakers are in a world of trouble right now. If I'm the Lakers right now, I'm thinking about adding a piece. It's not really a lot of great guys out there. I mean, you got Drummond, but the guy that kind of sticks out to me, I don't know how you guys feel about it, but to me that can make a big impact will probably be Blake Griffin. If he takes a buyout, you'd be able to pull Blake Griffin in there, a guy who's not really had an opportunity to play for championships, put him on the big stage. He likes L.A. He can give you something in the off-the-bench role. He's a pick-and-pop guy. He can shoot the three. Obviously, we know he's a big body. The Lakers are playing a little small ball. LeBron, you're gonna wear LeBron out in this situation if you don't make some type of moves. They didn't adjust the big spot. They're very small in the front court with just Marc Gasol, who's older now. So this is a big situation for the Lakers. I know they're downplaying it right now, but AD in this injury, you got to take serious. Anything you talk about your calf and your Achilles, it's going to be tough. And then how much cardio can he really do to stay in shape? So this is a big problem for the Lakers.
Yeah, it's all about AD for the postseason, because home court advantage doesn't really matter that much for the Lakers. Number one, we don't know what fans are going to be like anyway in the playoffs. Are they going to be packed stadiums, 10,000, 5,000, 500? We don't know. Number two, if they meet, say, the Clippers in the conference finals, which a lot of us expect, that's their home arena. And if there are fans there, even at Clippers home games, the Lakers will have more fans. And then third, they're the best road team in the league. They're better on the road than they are at home. Here's the thing with AD. He's got to take these 4 to 5 weeks, whatever it is, and get himself right, not just physically, but mentally. I expected AD to come out and have an MVP caliber season. Instead, he has regressed. Points are down, rebounds are down, free throw attempts are down, blocks are down. Free throw percentage has gone from a career 80% to 71%. Why is that? He should be blossoming as a player, taking the torch from LeBron, and instead he's gone backwards. So get yourself right mentally, AD, not just physically, Joy.
AD is not built like LeBron James. I did not expect an MVP level season from him, but you're right, he has regressed. They are not built for the regular season. LeBron James is not worried about regular season championships and regular season awards. So yes, this is something that the Lakers need to monitor, get him healthy for the postseason. They're not worried about what he's going to do in the next couple weeks. He needs to get right. We know he is fragile, so he does, to your point, Chris, get his body right, get your mind right, get ready for the postseason run. Because it's going to be a long one. That's what LeBron James planned. I do like Antoine's suggestion of them making a move, though, because look, AD, this is what he does. He gets injured. So you need to have a backup plan, and I think that would be a really aggressive move that would help them.
Yeah, it's about the future for the Lakers, and that future being the postseason. That's what it's always going to be about when you're talking about LeBron James and chasing titles with this organization. But we got to remember, after the finals in the bubble, they only had 71 days, and AD was playing hurt even when he was down in the bubble. So we didn't see a completely healthy AD. We saw him do something that he hasn't been able to do throughout his entire career, which is play through those injuries at an elite level. He did that last year in the bubble. They need him later in the season to go make that same playoff push and hopefully, potentially for them, win their second back-to-back.